Good evening. This is Alec Viterbo. This evening, we will be diving deeply into the expanding global food security dilemma.
And I'm Adrian Mari. Expert concerns that the worst is still come because of increasing number of people who are starving. The future of food is becoming more and more uncertain for the world as a result of climate change, conflicts, and economic hardships.
We dispatched Dominic Montezon to Africa, where communities are directly experiencing the hardship, in order to get a sense of how terrible things are going.
Thanks, Alex. The situation is getting worse every day in here sub-Sahara Africa. Power struggles, agricultural failure, and drought all contributes to increased rates of hunger among people. I went to Kenya village earlier, where individuals keep meals to survive. Food is becoming harder to put on the table, and farmers are witnessing the crops they produce fade.
When we needed it, the rain will used to show up. These days it's everywhere. This year, half of my crops did not sprout. We're having trouble.
Over 260 million people in sub-Sahara Africa are estimated to be hungry by the UN. And as conditions worsen, that number continues to rise. Back to you, Jim.
I appreciate you for this, Dominic. However, it is also restricted in Africa. There are acute food shortage in Asia as well. Jimmy will quickly covering Southeast Asia.
Actually, Adrian, here in Southeast Asia, especially in the nations like Philippines and Indonesia, typhoon and flood have seriously harmed the region's staple grain, rice. The high cost of the rice in the Philippines has sparked protests and rising tensions among consumers. The government has attempted to interfere by importing extra rice in attempt to cut costs, but economists think this is only a temporary solution.
We need to focus on making our agriculture more resilient. We've increased rice imports, but this is not for our long-term solution.
While governments are frantically trying to stabilize the situation, there is concern that food shortage may become the norm if more permanent solutions are not found. Alec, back to you.
Thanks, Mark. Dr. AJ Padernal, an expert on global food security, is here to give us a bigger picture. Fortunately, rising food prices aren't just affecting developing countries. Even wealthier nations are feeling the strain.
Thank you, Alec. The reality is that global food systems are highly interdependent. If something goes wrong in one region, it affects the rest of the world. For instance, the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, one of the world's leading producers of grain, has had a significant impact of global food supplies, causing shortage in countries that rely on Ukrainian exports.
Dr. Padernal, what is the reason for the global increase in food security?
There are fundamentally three elements. First, crops are being destroyed by the increased harsh weather that is a result of climate change. Second, food production and delivery are disrupted by political unrest and war. Last but not the least is economic disparity, which make it most difficult for the poorest countries to buy the food they require.
How can this situation be addressed?
Numerous approaches will be required. Investing in climate-resilient agriculture, helping small farmers, and fostering international collaboration are also necessary to guarantee that food reaches its destination in order to prevent them from falling into famine. Safety nets for the most vulnerable are also essential.
With more individual in the need and assistance putting food on the table. Food banks in the United States are feeling pressure. Read more about the article, Jason Tolosa.
Under inflation, supermarket costs are rising, putting strain on the food banks here in the United States. Now, those who were previously doing well are seeking help. I went to the food bank in NYC, where the number of individuals in need has nearly quadrupled in the last 12 months.
This is unlike we've ever seen. We have few resources, yet the demand is enormous.
Food banks are finding it more difficult to meet demand due to a growing cost of food, and it's unclear how long they can do this. Let me get back to you, Alec.
I am grateful, Jason. It is evident that food security is a worldwide problem that affects people from Africa to the United States.
We can all contribute in some manner, even if it's a complicated one. A significant impact may be achieved by supporting neighborhood food banks and hunger fighting groups.
That concludes our report for this evening. I appreciate you watching. My name is Alec Beterbo.
This is Dashwan on the go. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.